Alright, Toren Any percent. Time begins on new journey. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, boy, Toren, you have just been bad RNG so far. I can't believe it. But let's give it another shot. It will not stop me from trying to get a new PB. So here we are. Welcome to Toren. We just saw someone die, but that doesn't really faze us because we are a strong, independent woman and we're going to go as fast as we can. So here we are, decked out with all of our items that you can actually get all throughout the game, but that is a little bit too slow. We're going to skip doing all of that and we're going to go as fast as we can. We're going to slice just like that because you can. Oh, alright, we got stuck on the stairs. That is a thing that happens. It's unfortunate. The game is just covered in a lot of bugs, has bad controls, and AI is sometimes unforgiving. It's one of the things that Toren does. It's unfortunate, but you get used to it. And if you have done any type of speedrunning for Toren, or you just understand, you know 100%. So now we have ourselves being covered in the stone beam, Gandalf standing at the tower, not really doing a lot, but here we go right into the new cutscene. That is the end of prologue, and now we are in the actual game. Oh, Cash was moving around. All right, enjoying the warmth of the PC. I do not blame her. It's actually very, very warm, and I am starting to get a little uncomfortable, but let's see how many more runs I can do for the evening. But here we are. We are now looking inside of the tower for the first time. Now actually something I didn't know until I started researching more into the game was that this game was inspired by Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, and Legend of Zelda. I see a lot more of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. Zelda, not a lot. Maybe the items, but then those are also in Shadow of Colossus as well. Or probably just the sword, since that is the only way we can destroy evil, and that it will be the dragon. So there we saw the well is now open. We are a tiny bloody baby sitting at the very bottom of the tower. We don't know how we got here. We get to find out when you do it casually and through some of the monks, but that is a little bit too slow. That is way too slow for us. So we're going to go as fast as we can. And just like that, reload checkpoint. We skip baby phase altogether. And now we are going to go straight into Moon 1 and do a death abuse. And just like that, we get to jump straight onto the sacrificial pedestal. And we're going to hit these panels. 1, 2, 3. It is always the same. It will always happen. Alright, we now unlocked a piece of paper. We're going to grab that. And that is going to open the well. But you might be saying, we just saw the well. The well was open. Well, unfortunately, since we died, we have jumped forward in time. And now the well is covered by all those vines. But through the power of magic and... oh, there's a deer. You can pet him if you want, but that's a little bit too slow. The well has been covered in vines, but with magic, we have opened it. And now we are going right into the well. I wanted to pause just so you can hear the heartbeat of the well going off. That is our driving force. That will be the heart of this run, and I will show you, or actually the game will show you in just a few seconds. So right there, you cannot jump. That is a automatic death. You have a relatively short height to where you can jump and still survive. And if you go past that, it is just an automatic death. So the safest way is going by the stairs. Still trying to find a way to jump and survive, but unfortunately, the stairs it is. Alright, gonna take a very quick water break because I have been going for quite a while. Okay, my throat feels better. Alright, so now we see the tree. The tree of life, the tree of knowledge. It's absolutely beautiful. It's covered in finely cut leaves, lots of flowers, and it also holds the Master Sword. Gonna reposition myself and maybe scare the dogs just a little bit. So there we go. The sword is right there. It is in our grasp, but we cannot achieve it just yet. So what we're gonna do is we're going to keep trying and do our best. And there is no way to skip the cutscene. This is just a very long cutscene. Wastes a lot of time. Unfortunately, there is not yet a skip for it, but it's still beautiful. You get to see the tree make its way to the top of the tower. Oh, excuse me. And that's going to be our way forward. Alright, running up the stairs, but not staying too close to the railing because there is a chance you will get stuck on like one of the little outreaching spots. Gonna stand right here. Let's see if we can do it correctly. Alright, so now we got the jump. Oh, that's bad. Alright, so walk backwards, walk forwards. So we cannot jump. Alright, so it's completely RNG on how far you can get your jumps to work. But it is entirely possible. That shaves off a few seconds from the overall run. Good RNG would be making it to the second. Well, good RNG would be making it to the halfway point, because from then you have to walk. Oh, I got stuck at the very beginning of the animation. All right. So yes, halfway you are forced to walk. There it is. All right, just a little bit faster. And again, it is completely RNG. So here we go. We're going to drop that down. As soon as we get control, reload the checkpoint, get back up to the top. That saves us time for having to go back inside the tower and push those pillars out. And that throws us into Dragon Fight 1. Now this is the gimmick that shows us we have to take shelter behind anything in order to stop the stone beam. And just like that, it's already done. Now, I want to say this. You cannot make that run entirely. You have to stop at the second to last pillar. Doesn't matter how fast you are. Doesn't matter how far you are into the final pillar itself. It will just kill you. Unless there is something I have not seen or have not found, it is just an instant death. And the best, safest way is to stay at that second to last pillar. And with that death, we are forced into Monk. Is this Monk 1? I think it's Monk 1. Anyways, we're forced into Beauty. That's the important part. We are forced into the Beauty Monk. And we are introduced to the gimmick of having to pour salt on various patterns that will be showing up in all of the different monks. But that's a little too slow. We're not going to be doing all monks. We're going to go as quick as we can. And the game is actually very lenient for how much you can and cannot do of pouring salts. You're going to run forward, jump up, super easy. Anybody can do this. Watch out for these floating ghosts because they are RNG. And so are these little marble dudes. It looks like a very nice pattern. Oh, unfortunate. And just as I was talking, some of the little marbles decided to despawn and explode. Like, I don't know why it happens. It's just a thing. And as you see, the marbles have different speeds. This is just complete RNG. You need the heavens to line up perfectly in order to get a very, very good run without any of the marbles getting in your way or causing any kind of trouble. Alright, something is not clicking there. Okay, well, alright, so I try to save off just maybe a fraction of a second. Didn't work. So here we go. Alright. We're going to do that right there. If they try to attack you, all you have to do is jump and you can avoid them completely. Wow, I feel tired. I feel very tired. It might be the heat. I think that's what it is. I think it's the heat that's getting to me. Alright, anyways. Pseudo dragon fight. Here we go. Now, as you can see, we already saw that if there is nothing to hide, we would just die. So instead, we're going to stay as close as we can to the center and form a pillar of safety ourselves. Now, it doesn't matter how fast you are, you will never make it to the very end. It is a forced death, and we will just have to accept it and do the entire, what is it, 2/3 of the level again. Now, there is a way to kind of skip around it. However, doing so soft locks the game, and I don't believe a trick has been found to make it viable for any type of speedruns. Alright, just like that, we saw one of the morbals despawn, and we were able to jump out of range of one of their attacks. Oh, just as I was talking, we got stuck by another one. Ooh, sorry. I think the heat is just getting to me. It's starting to give me a headache. So let's just continue doing our best. So here we go. Back onto the pseudo dragon fight. And we are going to run, stay in the center, take safety behind our own statue, and make it to the end. That's weird. I say it's weird because the dragon's roar was oddly muted. And that is not something that generally happens. I hope that is not a sign of bad luck. But here we go. We're just going to run up these stairs. And I love to always say it. Be careful at the very top or at the bottom of stairs because there is a chance you will get stuck. Alright, we did not get stuck. And instead we're just going to spam the action button. Grab the sword from a distance because that is a thing we can do. And that saves like 1 or 2 seconds. Alright, so there you see all of these lights. They start to appear as you complete all of the monks. Something you need to know, if you try to do all monks, the game is bugged. You will never have all of the lights show up completely. It is just one of those things. However, the game does register you as having completed the monks, and it will still give you the achievement. So here we go, waking up in ash and dust. Covered in rust, and now we are going as quietly but quickly as we can to sneak around the dragon's dream and grab the sword. Oh no, plot twist. The dragon was actually awake. We just didn't hear him fly or crawl around the entire time. But yeah, so close yet so far to the Master Sword. But as we've seen before, we get up, we try again, because it doesn't matter how many times it takes. We keep at it. We will constantly be back to do better than before. That's kind of the motto of speedrunning, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it's bad. You get yourself back up and you keep going. You keep trying because you're after that sweet PB. So there it is, our statue, our dead body is stuck in the tree, and our little baby self is back at the very bottom of the tower. The sword has been unleashed, and we are now back into the original moon. Well, not original, but you understand what I'm saying. We are back into Child Moon. Moonchild. There we go. We now have the sword, and that's going to be our ticket out of here. Again, running as fast as we can. Going to try to get by this. Alright, that's the ideal. That is somewhat consistent in order to skip the dragon roar and his animations. Alright, didn't get there quite fast enough. But now the game has showed us that we are too weak to actually wield the sword. So So every time we hit the dragon, it will fly away. We're going to wait right around here. Alright, animation has started. That means we have entered the new chapter, and that just sets us right next to the dragon. And that actually skips us having to walk up the 2 flight of stairs, the mobile AI, and we can just start right into the dragon fight. So now the dragon, this fight can be very bad. All right, it looks like he's already given us bad RNG. Apparently not. Okay, but as you saw him jumping back and forth, you can tell I'm tired. That is pattern B. We do not want pattern B, because him jumping back and forth can actually troll us so hard that the game will just waste a lot of your time. So here we go. I am going to take a safety route because the dragon has been super unkind. I'm going to stay right here and wait out his attack. Come on, grab the safety. That is unfortunate. Oh, okay, so let's try it again. It's just one of those things. The dragon has already given us bad RNG, so let's hope for another good dragon fight. We want pattern A. We want the good dragon. We want him to just sit there and let us... Alright, we got bad dragon. Oh, partly good, partly bad. I'll say that's a 50-50. Alright, give us a good pattern. Give us a good pattern. I was a little too slow on that. Alright, strike number 2. Let's see if we can actually make it. We need some good luck. We need the dragon to behave. Alright, there it is. Please behave. Please behave. Okay, so for whatever reason, I'm going to take a slow safety route because I do not trust this dragon at all. I have lost so many runs today trying to save, trying to get as fast as I can. Oh, I don't trust that at all. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's try that. That's safety. I'm taking this safety. There we go. I will take that. There we go. That's what I love to see. Alright, be a good dragon. Give us a good pattern. He has given us bad pattern. And there we go. Just one hit and he's down. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Finally a good run after what? 2 hours of trying? Finally a good run. Oh boy, it has been a day. So as you saw, we have just taken a forced death and we are entering another monk. This is a forced monk that we have to take. Oh, I'm so happy. That is actually really good. That wasn't a good pattern. That was a bad pattern. Bad RNG. I said it before and I'll continue to say it again. Toren has some very bad RNG and controls. You just get used to it. Okay, so here we go. We're supposed to use this salt and lure a deer over to the altar so that we can sacrifice him. Now, that takes way too long, so we're going to run over here off to the side. Alright. Get right out of there. And we are going to exit the dream. Exit the monk, yes, because that is a lot faster than actually completing it. Okay, so here we go. This is one of the banes of my speedrunning career. Let's see if we can actually pull this off and do it properly. Okay, here we go. Good so far, good so far. Camera please, camera please. I don't think that's high enough. That was not high enough. That wasn't good. Alright, one more try. That looks right. There we go. Okay. That is far more consistent and far more safe than trying to do the frame perfect jump on the other side of the tree branch. And just like that, I got stuck on the railing. But there we go. That saves us time from having to walk super slowly. That was a beautiful and almost perfect jump. That was... Oh, that's so good. Especially after a bad dragon fight. But yes, that saves time from having to walk super slow. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Gotta line up just right. Nope. Come on, Moon. You can do it. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to jump out of bounds. I'm going to be quiet. Okay. So I just wanted to be safe. So now we're going to jump from there. Jump onto that. And this. I need to finish my sentence. So that trick of jumping onto the window, that is super consistent. You can do it. It is a little bit tricky. It just takes some practice. It is very consistent. It is a lot safer than doing the frame perfect trick on the other side of the branch. That trick I found a while ago. I want to say it was last year, but I never found a way to actually utilize it inside of a run until I did a lot more exploring off screen and found that you can jump onto that tree, jump off, use that little monk that's kind of copy pasted, use the exact same trick that we saw at the very top of that railing of the stairs, and that skips the slow walking animation on the tree limb and a very I want to say it's a medium-sized cutscene of looking at the door. So here we go. Abyss. This is the run killer. Every Toren run right here will die because of the Abyss jump. And I will explain that a little bit later. Right now, we are going to do torchless, which is exactly as the name says. We're going to run through this little maze here. We are going to do it without a torch, and we are going to fill up 3 different triangles with a salt in order to open up the door and open the way forward. I was way too far down. Gonna hit this corner, go back up. This looks right. That was good. Okay. Well, it wasn't perfect. It was good. That was good. All right, so that's 1 down. 2 to go. Got to run a little bit off to the right, because if you are too far to the left, you will kind of hit that side of the path and do your little stumble animation. All right, so here we go. Lightning was almost perfectly timed. So let's see if we can actually get a really good triangle here. That was a really good triangle. That was, I would say that's almost perfect triangle. Okay. We got 2 down, 1 to go. And this last one is tricky. This one is the run killer. Because after you complete that pattern, that triangle, you can jump from this top platform onto the new one that spawns. However, that is extremely difficult because you have not only a barrier standing in your way, and I was off to the side a little bit too much. Talking too much. Yeah, that's a terrible triangle. Alright, I lost time there. Alright, let's step back up to the top. It is not filling. What am I doing wrong? Alright, so I got this side. I think it's just the bottom. It's just the bottom and random little pieces that I don't know where they are. Alright, so there it is. So yes, here it is. I will not be doing the Abyss jump, because if you fail to actually reach the grabbable part of the platform, you will die and soft lock the game. You will not be able to continue forward. You will literally have to restart the checkpoint and continue from the very beginning of the Abyss and do all of the 3 triangles all over again. That is a absolute run killer. So we're going to do it safe. We're going to take the slightly longer way around, and we're going to do, let's see if we can actually try it. I will try it once. I was too far to the left. Okay. Not a problem. Alright, so I was trying to do a little death warp right there. That if you die at the exact same time that you hit the cutscene trigger, you can kind of make it faster, but I think I'm just going to be safe. There's a lot you can optimize for this run, but I'm going to be as safe as possible because I think I am still on world record pace. So there it is. We hit the trigger. We are now in the cutscene. We are now leaving the forced abyss, but we will be back later. Right now, we have something else we have to do. Oh, I am so tired. My eyes are actually starting to hurt. I am just that tired. Alright, so now we are on elevator. This has got to be one of the slowest parts of the run. Not only because of how slow we walk, but because we have to wait for the slow elevator to kind of zoom up the rest of the tower. Oh boy, oh boy. But thankfully there is a way to kind of speed it up. It's just going to require perfect timing, perfect jumps, and hopefully getting a really good RNG or cycle for the final attempt. And we're going to do this trick 3 times in a row. Let's see if we could do it perfectly, because that would be ideal. So here we go. We are burying the contract because we have faced our fears. We understand our fate, and our fate is to die in order to save the world. That's pretty much what it is. So here we go, right in the elevator, and this is where it begins. We need to do 3 back-to-back tricks in order to save the perfect amount of time. So here we go, we're gonna jump. Spam the X button, jump back on. Okay, we got it. That's 1 out of 3. Let's keep going. Something is happening on my phone. I don't know what it is. I do not have time to look at it. I need to focus. Because Lord knows my eyes cannot focus enough right now. Alright, we're going to do that trick one more time. Spamming the X button as best as we can. Jump back on. Alright, that's 2 for 2. That felt a little bit slower. Okay, sure, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. So now this is the final one, but this one has a little bit more RNG, or is probably cycle based. I have yet to figure that out. All right, looks like we got, oh, good RNG. Come on, light it up, light it up, light it up. Okay, we had good RNG, or that was just a really, really good cycle. Ooh boy, 3 for 3. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Alright, I need to turn my phone off because I gotta focus, because we are starting to get to the last stretch of the game. So now we have this final part right out here. Ooh, my voice is starting to go. I couldn't even exhale correctly. Okay, so now here we go. So we're gonna jump off of here as quick as we can, run outside, ignore these giant little bonfires. You can skip that first one. That first one is free. However, we have to take the second one, or else we will start to walk slower and we will actually freeze to death. We don't want that to happen. We want to stay running as fast as we can. Now, being near them actually does stop us from defrosting. However, we want to carry that flame with us, and that's going to bring us all the way up into the top of the little tower up here. We can go quickly, quickly, quickly. That was almost perfect. But there we go. We have now reached the end of the tower, and we are going back into the abyss. I need water. Oh, wow. Okay. So we basically passed out, and we are going back into our monk state and traveling back all the way to the abyss for one very important speech. Yes, we are traveling all the way back just to have Gandalf give us a speech. I am not joking. I am not joking. So here we are, back into the abyss. Okay, we didn't get stuck. That's good. Alright, that's fine. I tried to kind of skip the walking by doing a jump. Looks like I didn't press it fast enough. So here we go. It's just a long speech from him. If there was a way to skip it and go straight into the action, that would be ideal. But for now, we just have to sit back and watch. And Gandalf is giving us a long speech about the heart being one with men and spirit as well, and doing what we need in order to accomplish the greater good, which is basically sacrificing ourselves. And a lot of it is actually better explained in a lot of the monks. That is where the real lore is. If you play it casually and you don't grab the monks, you kind of skip out on some of the more deeper lore. And I can kind of see why some people aren't like too into it because of it. But some of the monks are just, wow. Alright, so here we go. All we have to do is just press the X button as fast as we can. I just spam the X button. I'm not sure if you were hearing that in the background the entire time while I was talking. It's a habit at this point. I just spam and it just keeps going. So there we go. We are the falling star that will bring peace to the rest of the world. Gandalf with his final sentence. And we can continue. It does bother me that the game is bugged and not all the lights are on. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm partially a completionist and I really wish it was there, but I completely understand. It was a very small studio. They did the best with what they got. They did the best with what they had. This is what we got. It's still a really good and beautiful small indie game, but oh boy. Sometimes the bugs, the RNG, and the AI controls, it just gets to you sometimes. But that's alright, we still love this game for its flaws and its imperfections. And now we are going straight into the final dragon fight. And here we go, we have Solidor, or aka Sun. Why is he here? Who is he? He is the hero, but apparently we just didn't care because we skipped all of that information by trying to go as fast as possible. And this is where RNG kind of gets into us. So let's see if we can get... Alright, that was good. I'll take it. And it shows that we have to drop the pillars onto the dragon. So now here comes the part where we have to pull these little pillars into place. Let's see if I can get it good. Alright, that was nice. Come on, into place, please. Alright, that didn't work. I'm running back. Run. Oh boy. Okay, so why I say it's RNG is because if you are not in the correct spot for Solidor, you will 100% not protect him. Like, the game will not register it unless you are directly in front. Now, that does kind of suck. I know that's just one of the bugs here in the game, but it's good practice to just be right in the center, because if you are too far to the left or too far to the right, the game will calculate it as you not being there to save him. He will die, and oh, come on, back in the center, please. And you will have to start the fight all over again. Now, there is a strat here to kind of let go of the side, tumble and grab the side, or the second side, in order to go faster. I have not been able to replicate that at all. That might be a console thing, I am not sure, and I don't want to give false information, but that is a strat that can happen. I always get scared whenever I have to protect Solidor. Alright, just gonna go ahead and fall back. Oh, please. No. Right in front, right in front. Whew, okay. I wasn't able to make it. Unfortunate. But Solidor is now across the bridge. That's good. That is good. That is good. That is good. RNG, work with me. AI, controllers. Please, mechanics. I have lost so many PB runs because Moon just decided she would not grab the side of the ledge. There we go. Okay, that's good. Just like that. Because the grab and swing buttons share the exact same button, Moon just doesn't know what to do. But here we go. Okay, we're doing good. Stay in front of Solidor. Oh, that's exactly what we want to see. Alright, I'm going to pause right there. Okay. My heart is racing. My heart is actually racing. We have one more hit to do. Now, casually, you were supposed to wait for Solidor to sit there and kind of boost you up. Oh, I missed it. All right. But yes, his little hitbox is already there. And you can jump straight onto it. Unfortunately, I missed it by just a little bit. I don't know if you were able to see it, but I kind of did a very slight curve because I went around it instead of jumping straight onto it. Whew. Dragon is down. That's the end of the dragon fight. But that is not... Alright, just a motorcycle, nothing to be scared of, nothing to be worried about. But the dogs like to get up, they like to defend this place, because it is their home. And just like Moon, we will defend the rest of humanity. We will defend our home. Very slow walk, very beautiful and very meaningful if you play casually and you get to see all of what is talked about. In the speedrun, you don't get to see that. That is actually very loud. I'm pretty sure that is definitely in the recording. I'm so sorry. It is just, it's a Saturday. People are out having fun. You can't blame them for that. Thankfully, most of the people here are very respectful with some of the noise. So here we go. The final cutscene. Oh, it is such a beautiful cutscene, and I am so sad. This is the only cutscene of this type that we get to see in the speedrun. But there are many more. I want to say there's about 4? I want to say there's 4 of them. And they are so beautiful. They are this style. And I have never seen another game do cutscenes with this type of art style. It is just absolutely mind-blowing. I absolutely love this game because of that. Because of these cutscenes. There was passion. There was heart in those cutscenes. You can tell. They look beautiful. They are stylized, and I will always love them for it. So there we go. Moon is now taking her place in the sky. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so now we have the credits to go through. And I think the credits are, what, a minute? Somewhere around there? About 30 seconds? No, not 30 seconds. 30 seconds is too short. Oh, but whatever. That time aside, we are now in the credits. We have one more thing to do, and that is replant the tree that we saw at the very beginning. Wow, 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 wow. I don't even know what to say. The entire theme was just safety and consistency so that anybody can do a lot of these tricks and new time saves. But there was just bad RNG altogether. Dragon, I can't believe the dragon gave us such a hard time. If the dragon was actually good RNG, we would be... I don't know, maybe 20 seconds faster. And if we were to hit some of the frame perfect tricks as well, yeah, we would definitely be a lot faster. Bad RNG. So unfortunately, sub 40 is still not yet possible. I think. Actually, that's a very good question. Maybe. No, I don't believe sub 40 is possible just yet. We still have a way to go. But yeah, now we just sit, we watch the credits. It looks like we're about halfway through. And that was about a minute. I'm just so tired. I don't know what else to talk about right now. It's a beautiful game. If you want to try speedrunning it, go for it. Absolutely. It's only $10. You can complete it casually in about hour and a half, 2 hours. Speedrunning, you can do it in about 45 minutes. Versus Evil Swordtails, y'all made one really good game. Such a beautiful story. Wonderful cutscenes and animations. But man, the bugs really do kind of ruin it. And I can understand why people complain about those. I fully understand. Alright, time is coming up very soon. Come on, cutscene. Come on, cutscene. Alright. Time is when we lose control of our character, and there might be some human error as well from when I hit the button. I will do my best to hit it exactly at time. If I am off by like a second, I will go back and watch the frames and do it correctly and submit that time. So here we go. Time! Whew, wow, my throat hurts. My throat absolutely hurts from that. I think my heart is racing right now. My heart hurts so much. 4224.68. If we had good Dragonflight and he didn't troll us with bad RNG and didn't kill us those 2 times, or was it 1 time? I don't even remember at this point. If we had good Dragonflight RNG, that would have put us down to almost 42 seconds. 42 minutes. I'm absolutely sure. That was the biggest waste of time right there. It's just one of those RNG moments. Everything else, oh yeah, also the little marbles deciding to grab us as well. That wasted a few seconds. But it all comes down to RNG, beating controls, and the AI. I don't even know if that's world. I'm not sure. I'm going to go back and look at it. But I think this is a absolutely brand new PB. Because my past one was 45 minutes, 30 seconds. And this is down by almost 3 minutes. That is insane. That is so beautiful. It's wonderful. I have so much joy finding those 2 new time saves. Now, I know it's not that big of a reaction, but believe me, when I posted to Twitter saying that I found something and I was screaming, that is exactly what I was talking about. So now, the only thing left is to keep running. optimize the little time saves here and there and pray that we have really good RNG for a 42-minute run. I don't know if we can reach sub 42, but it is definitely possible. And I said it before, and I will say it again. It feels like there is still something hiding in Toren. It feels like there is still another time save that we can find somewhere to bring the time further down. I don't know where it is. I don't know when it will be found. But I fully believe, and I think I'm going to keep trying in the background until it's found. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it.